Hello there and welcome folks to our our producer chat show. Hello there folks.
Hi folks.
Let's bring up the chat so we can say hello to everybody. So we got Mace Doe, Franzine, Zelly. Shout out if you're watching the chat. Welcome to our weekly Q&A show. This time, for the last week of the month, I'm always joined by a producer, which this time is Campitor, lead producer of Ragnarok Online 1. Please let me know how the sound levels are and all that.
When you hit it, I couldn't see it anymore. There we go. I need to...
Yes. As Zoe says, we put the flag up. We're flying the colors of Frontera. This may be the only high-resolution image of that crest. What are we here to do today?
I believe you had some questions for me, Oda.
That's right. We really need to have this like how at Disneyland they have the little banter.
Ha 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 ha.
Like, of course we... Welcome, folks. Hey, welcome for the first time down to the Ragnarok Laboratory. So we've got some questions here, and we'll put them up on the screen. As you can see, it's kind of a long one, but the question we have here. Oh, well, bon dia. Good day to you, Masido. Please let me know if that's pronounced wrong. So the question I have for Campitor, and I'll get the thread that the questions have been posted in can be found right here. I'm going to drop into the chat.
We've also already posted the answers, so you can actually just ignore Oda and read ahead.
Why should they stop? Why should they start now? You know. Okay, so the first set of questions we have are in from Richie Dagger. And hey there, Darren. So he says, I recall at one time it was stated that IRO customizations can potentially conflict with new content developed by KRO, and this contributes to update delays. Is this still the case, and to what degree is it a factor? What other factors are major contributors to holdups in the localization of new content?
Continue. There's 5 more lines, or 7 more lines.
Is there a complete itemized list of what custom content is currently implemented on IRO? If not, can one be provided for review? I wouldn't expect every deviation from KRO to necessarily be considered a customization from a technical standpoint. So what's the criteria? What criteria is there for something to be considered custom content in IRO? And what do you specifically have the capability to implement or modify without first petitioning KRO for approval? Can you provide a complete itemized list?
Well, the answer to that question is that customizations do not usually create delays. The only time this has actually occurred in my memory, was when a change to the way they handled logins had to be integrated with our billing system. And then another one was when update would have caused us to lose no spam. Both of these are actually kind of really important, so we had to wait until that could be resolved. Technically everything in IRO, except for the exact formula on how a skill works, is a customization, because we localize all content, including quest dialogue, item descriptions, NPC names, some sprites, because there's certain sprites that would not culturally work for our audience, events, and a few other things. As the local publisher, this is kind of what we should be doing, to give you a product that you want for the IRO community. We also make local events and quests, which I believe players actually enjoy participating in. Every week we actually send a report on what changes have been made or what we're planning to do, what our events are, what our sales are. We share everything we do with KRO. because it's important to have that communication back and forth to know what both teams
Right.
are doing.
We have to work together, and at least we need to know what they're working on, and they need to know what we're working on,
Right.
so that
It's an entire team project, not just us. It's not us versus them. So that's pretty much it. I can't actually provide users with a list of content, but anything custom we've made, we do have a list of. And we try to be aware of what we've done. And what? Cheesy Sonic Teamwork song? Oh, they're on like a 6-second delay, that's right. Thought that was weird. So yeah, that's really the question answer.
Okay. Since Campitor is here, I wanted to ask this again. And the question is there any possible way to add the following to be exchangeable or at least part of the box or exchange? And they're kind of some older items like the blue dropping.
So
cap,
we're actually
drooping
getting...
cap.
This is going to come up in questions later.
Okay.
So don't worry about it right now. There's another question that we touch on this. Any updates on woe balancing? Could you scroll? Yeah. What? This is so out of order, Oda.
No.
Yeah, this is out of order.
No.
Oh, okay. I changed
Yeah.
the formatting.
Any updates on wool balancing? Are we getting new shadow equipments anytime soon? Any possibility of implementing heroic disockening book on Thor server?
For the woe balancing, currently we're waiting on Caro to provide feedback to the cheating program proposal we sent over. For the new Shadow Gear, we're sort of getting an update to them. This morning, we actually received a giant update to the way the costume enchant system works, as well as new enchants and a list of new costumes. So that's part of the Shadow Gear, and that's getting updated. New Shadow Gears exactly are kind of on hold for now. As for the Heroic Disockening book, there is no plans to currently reintroduce that book to any server. We need to resolve other issues first before that can make a comeback.
Okay. Seraped says, hi, which is the guy on the left's name or nickname? I do not know him. If only somebody was a little bit more visible. This is Campitor. He is the lead producer for Ragnarok Online, International Ragnarok Online.
I used to have a hobby, and then I started to work 30-hour days.
30, yeah. Well, hey, at least we don't have the hour-and-a-half commute anymore.
Yeah, that was bad.
That definitely no time to play games or just gotta go to sleep. Yeah, so we're out of those days, but when you get older, there's stuff that you have obligations to do.
I actually used to have an hobby. There's videos on YouTube of I'm not a lead producer. That lead producer is the certain title that only Holden has. It's not Steel Holden's title.
I mean, you're the leader of the band.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I used to actually be heavily into performance dance, but working nights really took its toll. You didn't just work nights. You worked the most night. That was a long time, 18 months straight.
Only 18 months, no big deal. I mean...
Yeah. There are videos out there. I know a couple community members have found them or been shared them, but I don't exactly advertise those days anymore.
Well, because whenever you would introduce yourself for the video, you would always say your full name, your social security number, your address,
credit card number, and then the 3 numbers on the back that have no real purpose. It's great.
Well, I mean, they actually have a huge purpose. Let's not mislead people. All right. So I'll
Why does that say the lazy snake jumps over the moon or something?
they were high when they wrote this.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect font. Okay.
Okay, I can deal with that. Just right there at the top where you can't see it.
No, people should see this.
Oh, that is even better with the white on the light colors.
Yeah. There we go. No more
Yeah.
confusion.
So okay, we answered this set of questions.
Okay. I would like to ask why my screen gets black when I equip an item from the capture shop.
I've never heard of that.
That might be a thing where you might want to make sure that your PC.
Oh, do you think it's if it's one of the items that's supposed to be in effect, it could be that you are either missing the content patch,
Old client.
old client, or maybe your video card doesn't know how to render it.
Okay, so, no. Let's, nope. We'll send our names to the land of wind and ghosts. Okay, so the next question we have is how long will the Cracked Buckler quest stay in on Classic?
At least till August 5th is the plan to keep the Cracked Buckler quest in on both servers. Most likely will last longer.
Okay, and so for those of you who don't know, there's an NPC that we put in on the Eden group, and he's in the Eden group, or the machine's on the Eden group in
Classic as well. Yeah, although he looks like a pouring there.
I need to get a screenshot of that.
It's the same location. It's just the sprite doesn't display right, and he looks like.
We need an update because these.
Yes, it's one of my wish list things, is getting them to work off the same system where we can just add it to the NPC list for the server.
There's a Coca-Cola vending machine sprite that I want very much.
I actually could just replace. Does that work on Classic?
This NPC?
Yeah.
I haven't tried to spawn it.
We'll try it, and then we can probably just replace that sprite.
Zoe says, would you consider moving Spooky Machine to Asgard?
Right now, I don't have the time. We just received the costume system update. We received 15.2 and the Crimson System update. I need to get those tested first, and then we can talk about moving the event over.
I mean, eventually
we're also
we
getting,
want to,
though Brasilis is coming in on Classic, but it's not going to have any dungeons or quests or other NPCs. It's only going to be for the Summer Sports Festa, and that's something we're discussing next.
Okay, so that would fall under events lineup for Classic in the upcoming months?
Yes, in August we're having technically this week, the beginning of the Summer Sports Festa will start, and then it'll go on into mid-August.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we're very quickly coming in with the fishing event and the Talk Like a Pirate Day events for mid-August to the mid-September, at which point we will start rolling out our Halloween quests.
Okay, and hopefully new quests too, maybe something as good, but short and easy like the Valentine Grandpa / Gas Mask quest and Tarnished Lamp.
We actually, kind of just...
Did you...
Oh, I could say that, yeah. I'm actually training new 3 GMs, members of the GM team, to do quest scripting right now, in hopes that eventually we'll be able to do more and more quests as they're able to create storylines or stories or event ideas of their own.
I mean, we had an idea come in for a Pokemon-themed quest that I thought would be cool.
We cannot use Pokemon.
They are satchel demons. Satchadeem. Dematches? I don't know. We'll figure something out.
It's actually really just raw fish bowls.
Digimon. Nobody's ever used that one before.
Yeah.
Or heard of it. Ouch. So let's go on to our...
Olympics is a reserved type trademark of the
Olympics Commission,
yes.
IACCC.
So the IOC owns the rights to that name, and
they will break your legs if
yes.
you call something
Well,
the
no,
Olympics.
they will not. We're not going to be putting.
We won't have libel or slander on our show, unlike regularly. So that's why we created the Summer Sports Festa.
It just happens to happen around the same time and celebrates in-game
because,
achievements.
I'm really good at naming things that are not legally.
So this was the last time we did the Summer Sports Fest.
Yeah. So
for the winter.
when we did it in Geffen.
Which
that came out all right. I like that image.
It's every 4 years.
So we had the Promethean crown as a prize for the last one, kind of appropriate.
Right.
Turn yourself into a Summer Sports Festa torch.
This week we're actually this event is going to be a whistle. Like the twee.
I am aware of the concept of a whistle.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing that. Next question we have, when will new updates be implemented? Can you put Heroic Disocketing Book in Groovebox? From what I know, the NPC in Malagdo was removed, and this is the only way to separate cards from the equipment. Nightmare Old Glassheim should be implemented during Phantasmagorica.
Why are you
update.
doing a weird voice?
I don't know what you're talking about. Have you asked the Caro dev team whether they will implement this instance in IRO, since you are aware that many players are requesting for it? When will you nerf the effects of Autumn Hairband?
So we're going to be putting 15.2 on the Crimson West weapon system on Sakurai this week. That's the first question. The second question is, there are no plans to currently reintroduce the Heroic Socketing Book. The Nightmare Old Glasstime dungeon is on our wish list, and we have made that clear to Caro. Most likely, we'll be able to request it for 2017. The 2016 update schedule is pretty full already.
Because even JRO just got it.
Yeah. What do you consider wrong with the Autumn Hairband is the last answer.
We have feedback on various thread topics about that one. Costume Amster bag, that is on our list of things to be fixed.
Yes,
it's just going to take.
I'm going to try a fix this week. I want to test it a little bit better. The last fix we did fixed a lot of the sprite issues, but then broke where the sprite is located on the character, which was annoying.
So since we've gotten through like half the questions, gonna show off. This is one of the candies that was given to us by a guest who is visiting from the United Kingdom, formerly of Europe. And so these are.
They haven't left Europe yet, Oda.
No, I mean they already cut themselves off from the landmass. They blew up the channel.
What?
It's epic inside. You can see by the packaging. So I'm expecting a lot out of this thing. This has ingredients. This list is longer than the Constitution.
It actually has to have in like 4 different languages. That's why.
Fortified wheat flour, thiamine, chocolate flavored coating, cocoa mass.
Yeah.
Emulsifiers.
I feel
mallow.
like while you're eating that, I should go grab one of the moon pies for a comparison.
I mean, if you want to do that.
Do you think we should show them our version?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go grab.
All right.
I'm going to go grab us a comparable snack.
Zoe says, it's true the channel is blockaded with onions and garlic. That actually sounds really delicious. Tinamisu. We're going to get to that question about the costumes. And, I don't mean to joke about the Britain and Europe thing. That is a very serious thing for a lot of people. So what we're going to show off. So this is the wagon wheel, which actually...
You know what? That just looks like a moon pie in half.
All right, so here in the U.S., specifically in the southern part of the United States, they have moon pies, which, hey, 0 trans fat, guys. This is like eating a carrot.
Yeah, it's so healthy.
The original marshmallow sandwich. What did they give on these? When were these invented in England? They don't say. They may have been ripping off the moon pie since 1917. So these are made in Tennessee. And it says, you can microwave for an out-of-this-world dessert. Remove from wrapper and heat on high for 5 to 15 seconds. I can tell you, as someone who's experienced it, don't do that. I tried to microwave it and it turned into a melty mess. Which, if you like a melty mess, that might be the thing. But, since so kind as to yeah, you can take the melt. Just take the whole half, man.
No, I had lunch already. It's a little bit more graham crackery than a moon pie.
That kind of sounds better, actually. Mm-hmm. A little more crumbly. Like a graham cracker or something like that.
But like the basic ingredients, it's still the cracker or the cookie with the marshmallow and then covered in chocolate.
Somebody's ripping off somebody.
Yep. It is definitely just like a moon pie.
Okay, so... The next question we have is, any plans to get the expanded class 175 to 60 update and Rebellion Balance before 2017 to 2018?
So, most likely to be on the 2017 update calendar. Currently, the update schedule for the rest of this year is pretty full with the 15.2, the 16.1 Dorm, and the Nightmare Toy Story Dungeon update.
Okay, next question we have. Any chance us regular folk can get access to Boo for the cracked buckler bay?
You just hid the question from. We're actually looking at introducing the cards again this maintenance.
They can raid. I trust them.
Yeah, but no, they can't read because it. Yeah, now they can read it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any chance us regular folk can? Nope. Gotta read fast. Gotta read faster.
But yes, we're looking at introducing those blue cards again with this maintenance if we can.
Very cool. So that'll mean the Halloween Jacks will appear.
No, the other option we talked about.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's too bad. Can't give it away then.
Oh, great. The secret's safe now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, everyone, a secret is safe if you tell Oda, because he won't remember.
Who are you even again?
That's why you had to have my top job title like 3 times on the...
I thought you were going to say that's why I had to have a Mai Tai, and it's like, don't tell him. Why does Axe Boomerang still have a cooldown when wearing 2 supplementary accessories?
It's all one question.
I know that you only get the set bonus once, but from the item description, supplement part Dex 1, this mechanical device promotes the precise and timely execution of spells. Cast delay -10%, variable casting time -10%, reduces the cooldown of Axe Boomerang by 2 seconds, reduce the SP cost of skills by 10%, set bonus with the supplement part strength, increases the damage of Axe Boomerang by 100%. The cooldown of Axe Boomerang is 3 seconds at level 5. The cooldown reduction is not part of the set bonus, so shouldn't we get 4 seconds cooldown reduction on Axe Boomerang when wearing 2 supplemental accessories?
Actually, it is part of the set bonus. I looked it up for you before the stream.
For Xianmin.
Yes. The set bonus is only applied when you have the set of the strength supplemental accessory and the dexterity supplemental accessory equipped at the same time. So the maximum bonus you can get is a negative 2-second reduction.
Okay.
Or not negative reduction, but a 2-second reduction.
Mm-hmm. Negative 2 seconds, you actually get 2 seconds. It's very confusing.
Double negative is equal to a positive.
Neil Vincent, Boo is not an abbreviation.
It was originally part of a Halloween quest where you collect cards that spelled out Boo because, that's what ghosts say.
Yeah, that's why it's a spooky machine. It doesn't really make sense when we bring it back and we don't call it like the Eden machine or something.
No, it's still spooky. It's sitting there and it just takes a cracked buckler and refines it and breaks it.
There's nothing more scary than you get a shield and it's cracked.
Yeah.
Then you have to return it. And I guess you do. Anyway, next question we have is, are you ever going to fix the old angels and devil symbols with the love stones? Also, would you ever bring this event back / do it on Classic? Yeah, that's all I've got off the top of my head, so, pancakes or waffles then?
Okay, so I was actually on the GM team at the time this event was run the first time. So I remember dealing with these tickets.
So what, like 18 years ago?
This was like 2011, wasn't it?
I could barely remember 2013.
Yes, Oda, will you wrap the next question?
We'll wrap the next question. I'm Confession. It's Hamilton.
No. So, if I recall correctly, the effects on the event were actually meant to be temporary. They were only meant to stick around for so long and then be removed. And it was this thing where it was supposed to be one side, whichever side got more people to run, because it was Louvre versus...
Cuve and Lude.
Yeah. So whichever side, and it was going to add effects. But there was something wrong with the way they gave it to us, or the way Caro implemented it.
I remember that quest. I was on the GM team too at the time.
I'm willing to bring it back and do it, but...
There needs to be some automation.
That needs to be fixed.
Basically, Caro had not told us that we were supposed to tally up how many of the love whatevers.
Okay, so you were the CM back then, so you know this a little bit better.
I guess in 2011, yeah.
I remember because we got you back in 2010. I trained you up on tickets, how to do responses. We talked about the whole ticket sandwich thing, and then they're like, oh, by the way, he's now the CM for RO1. All that training you put into Oda, gone.
I just deleted the tickets that were in my queue. It's pretty great. Yeah. Basically, without telling us that we're supposed to tally up how many, like, whoever had turned in more per week or per day or something like that. And then they get the bonus if you're wearing that accessory. It was a really cool idea, and I kind of wish they'd do it again, like, hey, these two factions are fighting for a non-Valentine's Day related thing. These guys are, really into Rune Midgards, and these guys are really into, like, Arunefelds or Schwarzwald, and, like, having that as a Civil War thing could be cool.
Also, to answer the last part of that question, Abelskivers. We actually can get them fresh, a little bit up north. There's a YouTube video. A little bit up north. There's actually a YouTube video of us eating them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is that video?
Yeah, the Destination Hugel is one of the most successful videos that we've put on our channel. That was created in-house.
Yes.
That's not a game trailer, and
so
that was published last year.
You can actually play it again. I'm not going to complain about this. I enjoyed this video.
Well, okay. Let's.
You need to share the.
All right. So yeah, let's get that set up. Surely there must be a more elegant way to do this, but if there is, I don't know it. The only thing I don't like about Studio is that it's definitely like, hey, it doesn't seem to have a way to just do a selective.
Like, just a little bit of this screen or this window. Okay. A little bit of volume. And here we go. Next 4 minutes of fun. So, Apple skeevers are actually something that we actually, is it fair to say that Office likes? We stopped up in Solvang, or Hugel as we call it in this video, and we tried them fresh. You can actually kind of see where it is. We're Los Angeles down here. Here's Oda's nice little travel scene. In the original little teaser trailer, he's going... That was really great. My windshield is very, very clean, as you can tell. Absolutely no bug splatter or tree resin.
It was like a 3-hour drive plus, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be super clean. This is a good shot. I like this.
We left at 10 in the morning and didn't get there till almost 2. We're probably talking over ourselves.
That's fine. They can watch the actual video
Later. There's good old the other CM.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember her CM name. I know her real name, but
I guess you didn't have to call her by her
CM name. Yeah.
yeah.
This really is inspired by old Danish towns, though. They have, the Little Mermaid statue. Well, not Little Mermaid, but the Mermaid statue. They have the Ice Queen. This is the food we ate. There's Hans Christian Andersen. Giant wooden shoe. The list of all the kings.
I noticed that in all of the War Portal videos where I do narration, I start adopting a slightly southern accent.
I believe in a couple times in this video you can see my shadow.
So 6 more weeks of winter?
Yes.
I think that's what that means.
Right now, though.
Let me tell you, getting footage, like you could see as the time starts to grow short, like finding locations, doing location scouting on the same day as we're filming, and we had to go home by 5?
Well, because the town shut down on a weekday at 5. Literally, we were finding it's like, well, I know her name. I don't remember her CM name.
Did you handle the administration of those accounts?
No, Kalinor did.
No, I mean when you... See, if you ever forget who the old CMs are, you can always go to the patch notes and see who posted them a year ago. Unless it's Nior.
It's not Nior.
Yeah.
Merida. There we go. Merida.
It's too small on the screen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was...
is CM Merida.
So, in the background, it looks like this is actually far away. It's not. That's just down a very steep cliff behind them. A nice gust of wind, and Oda would have broken his neck.
Yeah. So, We had a lot of fun filming that.
Okay, let's kill the video. So, yes, apple skeevers, we enjoyed them, we ate them, we all liked them. We got the last, 5 out of the pan that they sold that day. They're fresh.
Yeah, the whole town is really designed for, brunch, so they shut down pretty early. Falcon Pride 24, quick question on VIP with 9 characters. When my VIP expires, does that mean I'll only have access to 3 of them?
No, you keep access to all your characters, but you will not be able to create characters if you say delete one.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, next question we have. Oops,
There we go.
Hello, Camp. Did you know Jero recently got Nightmare OGH? Look at the cool info page they made. How come the updates feel so uneven between servers? For example, Bureau already has Nightmare Toy Factory, and now Jero has Nightmare OGH. Meanwhile, we struggle to even get an estimated date. Are our communications with Caro that bad?
Well, one, Agent Smith, please stay out of my head. I do not wish to become one of you. So please go away. 2, so this is actually something we talked to the studio director directly about when he visited us in 2015. And he has said that each server is actually supposed to have their own unique update path. So although they have Nightmare Toy Dungeon.
Nightmare Toy Story?
It's actually all the kids, the neighbors'
You're a
kids.
toy, Buzz.
So pretty much what it is although they'll have, say, Nightmare Toy Factory, there's other updates we have that they don't have. And it's this constant switch.
Yeah, we don't have a system where everybody just gets the newest update. They want to have it customized. And so it can be customized for good things, getting updates before other servers have the chance to.
So we are actually scheduled to get Nightmare Toy Factory as part of the dorm update in December. That way it's not just a new starter area, but also includes content for other players as well.
Absolutely, and we have the U.S. theme town that is being worked on right now. That should be very cool, and I'm so happy we're finally getting it.
Yes. Cactus Jim. Okay, next question.
Can we get the Woe testing grounds back? The Warper was removed a few months ago. Also, could we get a better map for it? It is possible? Thanks. I like using that map. Super useful.
Yes, we can get the Woe testing grounds back. As for a better map, what exactly are you looking for in a map? Because that's a very subjective. Are you looking to recreate barricades or something? Maybe not. But if you're...
Do you like maps with optimal monster dispersal? Do you like maps that have the perfect balance of being contained and circular?
That's more for turn-ins. But yes, the best turn-in maps are the giant circular ones.
Are you troubled by spirits, specters, poltergeists, or other demonic horrors?
We are not advertising Ghostbusters.
We're ready to believe you.
Okay, next question. You can read it.
Why don't you read it and I'll no.
Okay. For many games, the game has become stale or boring. Oda, what are you doing to make the game fun and stop people from quitting, excluding future updates? Please respond to Black Crossy proposal for Bowling Bash cooldown removed. And he provided a link. So, what that is...
Okay, and so I will answer that.
Do not plagiarize, Oda. I know I've already typed up my answers, but you can't use my notes.
For August, we have the Summer Sports Festa games coming in the beginning of the month. At the end of the month,
I think this is just a little bit
fishing.
Stop. So in August we have the Summer Sports Festa coming in, as we previously mentioned, and then we have the fishing event, the Talk Like a Pirate Day. We're planning to keep on with the schedule of events. We're going to be doing a Halloween event, a Thanksgiving event, a Christmas event, New Year's event. We're just going to keep on pushing with the events. As for the Bowling Bash thread, I actually did respond to that. You can go ahead and check out my response on page 7.
And we actually have a link to that. And we'll pop that in the chat right here. Had a question. What the heck was that?
What are you doing?
Sorry, the question was asked let's see. Yes, from Tina Misu, who had the question.
We answered that.
Okay, because they had asked about that a little bit later in the chat.
We're getting an update to the costume system this week, but not all costumes are being added, is what it comes down to.
Okay. Can we get useful rented gear for WoW and PvP? Gears like the plus 12 cat beret hat, not some torn underpants that only gives you def plus 3.
So, to answer that question, if you have specific suggestions, we'd love to hear them. Questions that should be answered with the suggestions include, are these sale items? How long do they last? What's the intention of these items? And I typoed that. I sure did typo that in the thread.
I mean, we could edit that and they wouldn't even know.
No, right. What's the intention of these items?
I thought that you were just speaking in your normal voice.
But pretty much, if you want to, go ahead, create a suggestion. We'll be happy to look at it, send it to KRO, see what they say. Because I know that right now it's hard for lower tier players, not lower tier, but lower geared players.
Yeah. Bikamina has a question repost. When are dupes going to be deleted? Will the previous DB maintenance make it easier to delete existing dupes, or will it only make it easier to track future dupes?
So dupes are removed as they are found. The DB maintenance was an important step along the path of resolving the dupe issue.
It wasn't going to, it wasn't like
a magic
algorithm
fix.
to remove all the dupes, but it does help us with identification.
Yeah, and it's being worked on. I can't really share more than that. I'm supposed to be having a meeting with Karo tonight, hopefully.
Can check and see if we've gotten any Skype messages. Or...
Oh, well, they're still asleep, Oda. It's probably like 7 a.m. over there right now.
I was awake at 7 a.m. today.
Yeah, but you
Looking
also...
at Twitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Why can't RO have Infinity accounts in URO? Infinity account means the account has VIP active all the time. I'm guessing that's like a permanent VIP thing.
Our accounts have VIP active all the time.
No. I think what they mean is like you pay one price and you get VIP forever.
Oh, a lifetime VIP? I think there's only one user who has that. There's one user who actually does have that. He won it in a contest years and years and years ago. I don't remember. I don't know who. I just know that every so often Heimdallr has to step in and make sure he has it still.
Okay. Let's see. Can we get useful rented gear for low
We
PvP?
just answered that one.
Oh, yeah, the 12 plus cap rate.
Can these, Link, get fixed this maintenance? We can work on them. Actually, what's kind of happening right now is there's the IRO description project.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is we're going, our volunteers are going through, and thank you to these volunteers because they're saving us so much time.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Going through and helping us update the descriptions and fix missing sprites, and do everything we can to get the items descriptions fixed. And I think we're on 4,000 items so far. Another chunk of these is being released today.
When they have questions about the mechanics on some things, we're looking at the scripts. We're like, okay, here's what it does. How would you describe?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a lot of cool projects like that. We have a PvP tournament coming up at the end of the month.
Sign up on the forums. It should be in the renewal event section.
Yes, it's a 5 on
5
5
World Mechanics PvP tournament, hosted by Undying and Zelly.
Yeah,
Zelly will be doing camera work. Undying will be running the control mechanism for the event. There are headgear rewards. So show up, create a team, have fun.
Yeah, it's always cool to have tournaments and stuff, especially when we're not running them. I mean, it is cool because a lot of times players are able to be here when things are like on the weekends and in the evenings, times when we're not usually in the office. So player-hosted events, helping to provide support and advertisement for that is something that we can definitely do for this and for future events. So do you have any other things to announce for RO?
Not
besides?
really. I kind of already talked about all the updates we're getting, the events.
Well, you've got 5 minutes, so why don't you tell the audience what you thought of the Star Trek film that we saw?
You mean Macross 7, the movie?
Yeah, Macross 7, and I'd be playing some music from it right now, but we would get taken down because in Japan they don't play around. They just send cease and desist.
C's? They send the candy? Like we get a box of chocolate-covered nuts? Or
that is a reference that maybe like a handful of people who live in Southern California specifically will get. Well, maybe without spoilers. So we saw Star Trek Beyond this week.
12 of us from the office went. It was kind of fun.
It was a real nerd herd and a fun one at that. What was the last one that we saw in a big group like that?
Well, we did a small group.
We did one for Force Awakens.
The last big one was Force Awakens. We did a small group for Mad Max. We did a small group for Independence Day. Just the two of us were brave enough to go see Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending, that pays off in dividends.
I have blocked it from my memory.
I'm still laughing about that. If you guys really want to tease Campitor, you can just bring up any line or scene from Jupiter Ascending, and you're like the dog in that GIF where they pull the cupcake away and it's just like,
It was a bad space opera. It was a very bad space opera.
It's a young adult B movie, and I'm glad somebody gave him the money to make it, because that...
She becomes the queen of the earth, and you know what she does? She goes back.
Spoiler alert.
It's a little bit old, and let's be honest, they're probably not going to see it. She comes back. She's the queen of the earth again now. She owns the earth. She wants to go clean toilets again.
It's like, isn't that funny? And it's like, well, you could buy...
I understand it's her trying to be like, I'm down to earth, but...
Literally.
You don't have to continue being a maid. You could just live like a normal life, as opposed to the person who had to sell her eggs in order to buy, what was it, a telescope?
Yeah, she wanted to get a
This is-
telescope like her dad's.
That got him killed.
It which didn't have anything. The bad guys were just like thugs. They're just like robbers. Anyway, yeah, Jupiter Ascending.
No.
I'm giving it a thumbs up. Oh. Yeah, Josephus, if you have any problems with updating the classic client, talk to us or Zoe. We had a lot of experience. We have a
Make sure to
thread-
update the renewal client as well. The way it loads is it loads the renewal client and then it overlays it with all the classic client stuff. This is something on our wish list to change because it's kind of weird and confusing for
right,
players.
They're still tied into each other. It should really be
Separate, yeah.
I hope this bug that crawled in my LCD doesn't show up on the stream. I think that's how it works. I mean, we're actually seeing all of you right now. This is a FaceTime. Not a lot of people know that.
What?
So I would like to thank you, Campitor, very much for answering the questions and talking about what we've got coming on.
Why did you spill coffee on that wall?
Sometimes, I get real twitchy when I'm watching Twitch TV, and, you just have to fling the coffee at the wall.
You might want to not do that.
You really like referencing things that, like, the players will never be able to see. Like, I don't think I've ever shown them the wall here.
Yeah, you can actually kind of see it.
So you guys got to go for a little ride. Hopefully that doesn't make anyone sick. Aside from watching my videos. Oy.
Well, thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thank you for joining us. You better get back to your work.
Yes, got
And,
reports to do. Helium needs those numbers for the
That's
dailies.
So thank you very much for joining me, and we will close out today's show. We'll have a short show on Producer Days, but I'll be back with bot hunting next week, folks. So until then, you all have a very nice rest of the afternoon, and see you later.